Why did I turn myself in? Well, I was getting ever so bored, and I thought it was time to tell my story. Well, make sure that that's always recording, because I will not repeat myself. So if you would like to truly understand and hear, then pull up a chair. Why did I do it? Why did I commit so many atrocities? Well, my life seemed so meaningless. All the terrible things that were done to me over my life, no justice was ever granted to me for them. So, I decided to be, let's say, an avenging angel for the downtrodden. Oh, nobody made me judge and jury. I took that on myself. The first player in my game, he was a miserable son of a bitch, that's for sure. A womanizer. How did I know? I was in a cafe one day, and I overheard his wife talking about how terrible he was, and how he beat her, and just because they were married, he thought that he could rape her when she said no. Well, that left an unsavory taste in my mouth. So, I followed her home. And I watched, and I waited until he came home. And I saw him leave, and I followed him. And he was easily approachable. You can tell he's the type that liked a good time once in a while for the right price. So, I flaunted my wares, and hook, line, and sinker, he sure did take my bait. No. He got into my vehicle and we drove into an isolated area. He was big. He was very hard to bring down and to strangle. It took a long time for him to die, but he did. He thought he was just going to have a good time. Well, it was his last good time. It sure did take a long time. I love the fear in his eyes. So sweet. I wonder, whenever his wife found out that he was missing, because you know, they'll never find his body. It was burned beyond recognition and stomped into nothingness, just like he was. And I would never, ever, ever give the whereabouts of whatever's left to him. He needs to stay there and rot what's left of him. Yes. Oh, my second one. Well, he was another tricky one. Really, really tricky. You find a lot pretending to be a prostitute, and it seems like they really spill their guts. They always think maybe that I have a pleasant face, and they like to tell me their life story. This one was a real peach. His wife was almost 9 months pregnant, and because she didn't feel up to having sex with him, that he had beat her up because she told him no. And then he came to me, a prostitute. He was harder. He tried to run. Some do try to run. But I always keep a gun on me. But you know what? The gun is this way too easy. I make sure that I drop them, but I do not kill them. Because it is my pleasure to kill them. To watch the life ebb and flow from their useless, pathetic bodies. That child will not miss that piece of shit father. No. Yes, I do get pleasure from reminiscing. I don't care. You have no bodies. I'm just a storyteller. I could be lying. But I assure you, I am not. Well, back to what I was saying. I put him down enough to make him stop running. And I slowly started sticking the knife into his rib and twisting it a little at a time, slowly puncturing his lung, watching him suffocate. Terrible way to die, really. Befitting for him. You see, I never kill women. We're usually always the victims. And I like to be their avenging angel. So, I will get out of here. But I had to make my story known. There is countless more work I have to do. And I'm pretty sure there's some in this room right